Hello, it's almost midnight on December 2nd, 2025, and this young man is discovering Sesame Street, specifically learning how to count to 12. He is really going crazy over it. It is freaking hilarious. Look how happy he is. Okay, nostalgia for the rest of us. 12. You gotta watch. This is my first. Look, I don't know how to do it the right way. Okay, there's my room. Okay, look.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Oh, yeah, you remember. If you remember this, you need a colonoscopy. You need...
What? Okay, first of all, this is just absolutely incredible. The first thing that strikes you is just the groove. I mean, yikes. And then it's only a few seconds before we're tossed into this tumble-dry cycle of, like, where are we? Where is the meter? What's going on with the time? I have absolutely no idea. It took a little bit of deciphering, but I think we've got it pretty well figured out. And it is really,
He's just
really
now
insane.
learning.
Let's listen to that again. 12.
I love this.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh my god, okay, alright. Okay, so, wow, where do you even begin writing this? It's like some sick, twisted joke. We're teaching counting to children, and yet we're doing it in odd meter and multiple meter changes all over the place. But it just comes together so well. It sounds incredibly groovy. Odd meter refers to, quite literally, meter that is an odd number. It actually doesn't mean it's just peculiar or unusual. Oftentimes in music, we typically call things odd meter when we're talking about more obscure time signatures like 5/4 or 7/8 or 11/16. Now, 5, 7, and 11, of course, are odd numbers, but so is 3. 3/4 is also an odd meter. Basically, when we're referring to the number of beats in a given measure, if that number is odd, it's an odd meter. Let's take a look at what we're actually doing here. I want to point you to the bass line, because this is where a lot of the clues lie as to what's going on here with the meter, what we're doing harmonically. There are so many cool components to this. Let's check it out. So our first line is really simple. It just goes like this. 12. But you can see we immediately drop into kind of the next measure. So you can sort of see we have this... And then there's a beat, and then it feels like we start over again. So you could almost look at that as maybe a bar of 7, or if we want to break it up to make it a little simpler, let's write it as a bar of 4 and a bar of 3. That's like the bar of 4 with the downbeat on the next measure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. But we don't just hit that, we go bow,
He's so
right?
excited.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. But we only have one beat after that. Alright, so we're going to call that our bar of 3, and then we move into this really bizarre looking line where we go we're not even going to talk about what's going on in the harmony here just yet. So we have this incredible rhythmic figure here where it goes
series. Of course, does he not yet know that you count to 12? I can't wait to read the comments.
Again, except it immediately goes into what we can consider to be the next measure. 1, 2, 3, and then the only thing we're left with is the assumption that we're going back to the beginning because we get that bass line from the beginning.
Dude,
this must be
we do it
bar
12
7
times. You don't even know Gen X. You know nothing about our lives. Oh, man. You need to see your elders. I mean, I'm not a mean man.
Written in 7, and you can see it's a lot before there's a bar line to kind of break it up. Versus when we put it in a bar of 4 and a bar of 3, it helps us kind of keep track of downbeats a little easier. I tend to prefer it that way. It can be a little easier to follow. So let's look at that first line again. This is before we've even gotten to the actual vocal, the actual melody.
I can't copy this whole video. I don't want to violate his copyright. Oh my god, I'm going to copyright strike.
This is how we're going to count to 12. Ironically, this line, it would have been so sick if it added up to 12. It adds up to 14.
Look, it's almost time. This is a dude.
Cool. Okay, so now
his name is Charles Cornell. Subscribe. Sesame Street. Everybody, we gotta save Sesame Street. The young white children will learn music somehow. save the children.
What on
Look
earth
at these
is
happy
this?
white
So
boys.
this was actually produced
I mean,
in 1976. It was written by
I
Walt
understand some
Kramer
of us
and
don't know what
performed
they
by
look
the
like.
Pointer Sisters, a hugely popular group from the 70s and 80s. It made its debut on season 8 of Sesame Street in 1977, and they used this song and this animation regularly until 2002. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Listen to the melody here.
Thank you, Pointer Sisters.
That is such a sick line. Any line that
That's
ends
awesome.
like that with
I wish my hands would
an
do that.
octave on the just like drop it right there with a pause. Insanely sick.
Maybe
1, 2,
one
3,
thing.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then we go to the 4 chord. So this whole time we've been in like a G7 chord, but it's got a sharp 9, which gives it that kind of crunchy, like real sort of bluesy sound. But it works really well with this sort of like funk vibe.
Everything works well with the
And that sharp 9 is really interesting because when we use the sharp 9 on a dominant chord, we are using the basic shell. So we have our 1, we have our 3, our natural major third, and we have the flat 7, of course. But we're adding the sharp 9, which, if you notice, is also, I mean, if you didn't have a major third already, you could say that it's a flat 3, right? Which would turn the whole chord minor. So we have this weird combination of major.
You gotta switch your fingers. That's what it's a weird
like
combination
minor
of it.
also,
You gotta
but
switch your
it's
fingers.
not minor. It's still major because our basic chord is G7.
Oh, I didn't pause it. Whoops.
It's just that what we're adding on top
What did it
is
do?
that sharp 9. Instead of using, that would be a natural 9. We're taking this sound and we're moving it up, right? Sharp 9.
Yes, you see how...
It works very well for like that bluesy kind of sound. It's real cutting, it's real edgy, and that's because we have the major third and the minor third that are creating this really significant rub. Now, when we move to the 4 chord, we're doing the exact same thing again. We're
I'm
using
not
C
a video
dominant
reactor.
with our sharp 9s. We get
Post this on YouTube,
that
though.
same major third, minor third rub again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So the melody is exactly the same, just moved up a fourth. We started with...
What do you think?
And now we just have...
in my head. A permanent
harmonized,
radio.
right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. Woo! Wait. Right there. Listen. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's like, what is that? That's like a... Is that what we're doing there? Are we playing like a... Because I think there's a D flat in the bass. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. Hear that? Move up to there. Move up to D flat from C to D flat. Oh, that's hard to hear. Is there an E
It's
flat there?
beautiful, you silly person. Oh my gosh.
Oh man, I can't hear it.
You need
But
to
I
turn
gotta
off the
think because
radio.
I'm hearing
I know it's gonna
D
get
flat
seriously
7
wrong. I know.
with the sharp 9. This is the theme here. We're using this sharp 9 chord all over the place. And I'm hearing the right hand, the chord go. So it's moving up a whole step. That's gotta lead me to believe that the bass line
As
might
plays,
go up
I can't
a
tell.
whole step as well. Maybe, right? And then we're just
sorry.
dropping right back into our G dominant sharp 9 sound. So maybe it's this. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Maybe. 12!
Hell yeah.
Check this out! 12! Steel drum solo! You've got to be kidding me. This is unbelievable.
Oh my gosh.
Not only do we have this insane video that's teaching kids to count to 12 while featuring a different number for each rendition. Right now we're just on the 12 course. That means there's 11 more of these. Each one has a different soloist. There's an open section in here. Listen to this.
It's 16 minutes in.
Boy, the harmony's really weird too, right? Because I think you can kind of get the vibe that we're starting on this 4-chord sound, but instead of it being dominant, it's like a minor 7.
He's just kidding. No.
It's hard to hear.
I'm teasing.
So we're definitely getting that sound. But then we get this. Da, I hear da.
I'm surprised it's not running.
Does it just do that?
A headset for this.
Is that what it is?
Yes, stop 10 or 11 minutes.
I think what's going on here is we have a section in C minor 7, and then
it's a music education program. I'm reacting to a beneficial music video. It's part of my music education training.
Sounds amazing, and I think we've listened to what Andy's playing here.
Oh gosh,
so that confirms that C minor 7 sound for us.
Remember the other Sesame Street video, Steel Drums? I don't know how to splice that in or edit that. Remember that there's something reply with that. Please, pretty please.
Right, for the C minor 7 chord and the E flat minor 7 chord. So you can kind of get all kinds of cool sound. Dorian is the second mode of the major scale. It's basically if you took a major scale and played it from the second note up to the second note. It would be like if we took this C major scale and instead of playing it from C to C, we just simply played it from D to D, but used the exact same notes. Now, that's cool, but like, how do we describe this scale as a D scale of some kind? And the best way that we can do that is to look at the changes that we made from the major scale. D major has 2 sharps, F sharp and C sharp. Our F sharp was moved down 1/2 step to become F natural, and our C sharp was moved down 1/2 step to become C natural. F sharp is the 3rd, and C sharp is the 7th. And so when we think of Dorian, we can find that scale in any key by simply knowing that all we have to do is take the major scale and make the 3rd flat and the 7th flat. Flat 3 and flat 7 is the formula for Dorian. Listen to the background vocals! Background vocals!
The background's not awful, you can see how it's beautiful.
There's some hints in here. There's some hints. Here's the background vocals.
It's kind of naughty.
I think that's it. I think we have a C minor section, and I think we have an E flat
I'm sorry,
minor
man, I'll have to
section
edit
as well.
that out. Somebody's gonna have to help me over here.
Minor thirds, they're just so sick.
Me too,
Minor
dude.
thirds everywhere. Back into our melody. Same thing as the intro.
My prettier and the lights.
That's the end. How sick is that? And the coolest part is that solo section, every time we move down the count, someone else gets it. So now on 11...
Yeah, it's awesome, man. I loved this as a kid.
What else we got? What are some other cool ones? Soprano on 10. Hell yeah.
He's so happy. He's so happy. He's having such a good time.
Whoa! Something like that, I don't know. Dude, I mean, come on. This is a video designed to teach children how to count. I keep saying this, but like, let's think about that for a second.
Dude. Oh, maybe I accidentally, I'm sorry. Which one of us has stopped the video? I'm not sure.
And how insane is...
Oh, sorry. Shut.
I love that this is not afraid to challenge a kid, challenge a child's mind to hear something this complex and just
don't
feel
worry.
it.
I'm having a case episode. What am I hitting? Oh, that part. Okay.
Sitting here breaking it down and actually looking at how it's constructed and the music theory behind it, and that's cool. But like, you don't have to do that. You can just watch this insane animation, which is absolutely mesmerizing. Talk about trying to keep a kid staring at the screen as you're trying to teach them how to count, right? And then it's so memorable that
when you're
that melody counting from 1 to 12 is so catchy. It's insanely memorable. I mean, you want to talk about something that's incredibly easy for a kid to memorize quickly and understand and recall. And then eventually they make the connection. They're like, oh yeah, that's numbers. That's just how you count through the numbers. But they'll probably memorize the song itself first. I don't know why they stopped using this in 2002. I mean, yes, it looks old, so you're trying to polish your product. I mean, well, okay, fine, whatever. But like, I don't know.
No, I love Baby.
Does it sound old and obnoxious to be like, does anything like this exist now? Generally speaking, I can't stand this mentality that, oh, everything sucks now and stuff used to be great back when. Because it's just not true. I mean, there's incredible music happening everywhere. I genuinely wonder, and I'm not exactly well versed in kids' content these days, but I'm genuinely curious if anything of this caliber or this level of complexity exists today as a tool for teaching children something important.
Sir,
I always thought that this was absolutely incredible, and I had to share with you guys because it's just mind-boggling how good this is. Let me know in the comments if you, as a kid, remember seeing this on TV. I think a lot of us are probably a little bit young. I had Sesame Street in my life growing up in the late 90s, and that was when they were still airing this, but I don't really recall ever catching this. But man, what an incredible song. It's just so cool. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. By the way, my brand new ebook, Jazz Piano Improv Volume 1, is still on a 50% off launch sale. That'll be ending soon, so if you want to check that out, see what it's all about, grab yourself that 200 plus
come back.
packed with improvisational courses, as well as 40 backing tracks. As always, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support, and we will see you in the next video.
Thank you, sir. This goes to peoples and your next, these are my next upcoming videos. Shucks. Okay, what's the answer? Alright, that's the end of that.